So when Moses smote the rock in obedience the first time, he was smiting the rock to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. When Moses smote the rock the second time, when he should have spoken to the rock, which was to represent salvation and the water coming forth, he symbolically crucified Christ twice. And we know that Christ was not to be crucified but one time. So you can see why God was wroth with Moses. For Moses disobeyed, and that made God very angry. He told him, you can see the promised land. After Moses prayed several times that God would take this punishment from him. God told him to stop praying about it. You're not going to see the promised land. You're not going to enter the promised land. I'll take you to see the promised land, but you will not enter the promised land. So it might seem small and minor to us, but it was big and major to God. Okay? Now with our Sunday school lesson here, this prophet sports a 6-pointed star. Class, who is this?
David.
David. Correct all my students. It is David. The first time David is mentioned in the Bible, it says that he was a man after God's own heart. And the last time he's mentioned in the Bible, in Acts, it says that David, a man after God's own heart. So all that happened to David did not change him being a man after God's own heart.
Amen.
For he was forgiven. He was a super prophet. He was a super follower of God. We know that David's story. We know that he had his desert phase, his palace phase, the cave phase, and the kingdom phase. David loved, protected, and saved the sheep. And his characteristics were humility, bravery, courage. He was intimate with God. He was a God seeker, radical worshiper, prolific praiser. David supposedly wrote 76 psalms, 76 praise songs. More than half of all the psalms in the Bible, because it was 150. He had one over. So he was very, very in tune to doing what God wanted him to do. Beautiful, powerful psalms in the Bible that David read, that David wrote. David was passionate for God, and that passion is what produced the psalms. But David was disobedient, and David sinned.